discussing that. We'll be discussing the Warriors' plan to replace Klay Thompson in all the NFL games coming up this weekend. But we start with some wild breaking news from Adam Schefter. He is saying that Sean Payton has made the decision to start that man, Taysom Hill, at starting quarterback for the Saints, and they have no plans to put Jameis Winston at the position. What do you think about this move from Sean Payton?
You're a professional journalist. You've been doing this for over 20 plus years. Did he say that they have no plans to play Jameis?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I believe that. I really don't know if I believe that. What would it hurt the Saints to start Taysom Hill for a series, for 2 series, for a quarter, for a half? To me, if you need to throw the football down the field, Taysom Hill hasn't shown me at this point of his career that he's going to be that guy. So I wouldn't be surprised if both of them play. Sean Payton has been a terrific coach. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame one day. While everybody hopes that you're honest with the media, he seems to be trying to do so. But his ultimate goal is to actually win football games. So I can't wait to see how this plays out. I'm happy that Taysom gets his opportunity. As a Swiss Army knife, we've seen him do so many special things in their offense. But you and I know it's a lot different when you're the starting NFL quarterback for a football team. Let's see how it plays out.
Well, I'm curious, too, because when I heard he was starting, I was like, maybe he'll take the first snap and then he'll hand it over to Jameis. Like, how's this going to work? But then Schefter had a follow tweet saying that Taysom took all the first-team snaps at practice this week and that there's no packages or plans for Jameis to be under center, which is absolutely shocking because Jameis had over 30 touchdowns last year. And, oh, wait, Taysom Hill has thrown 18 passes in his entire career. Let me say it again. He has thrown the ball forward 18 times in his entire career. He covers punts, and now he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Saints. Jalen, what do you think the chances are that we actually do, as you suggested, see Winston take some snaps under center?
ATL is winning right now away from the football field. So they are playing the Falcons. If you are going to try something, this is actually the week to do so, in particular against your rival. But I'm going to be interested to see what kind of offense they run with Taysom Hill. The NFL has evolved. We see Kyler Murray running an offense. We see Lamar Jackson running a separate offense. So there are a lot of people that aren't traditionally playing quarterback and being really effective. They may use him like the Patriots are using Cam in a lot of ways. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
It's also interesting to see this because, you know, I'm an emotional person. I just can't believe that Jameis Winston's going to be standing there on the sideline with a clipboard in his hand, watching Taysom Hill take a job that he thought was his. When Jameis Winston signed up to be the backup quarterback of the Saints, he did not think that he would be the backup quarterback to Taysom Hill, who also covers punts. I think that he thought there would be a chance for him to come in, like Teddy Bridgewater did last year, prove that he is a starting quarterback in the NFL and get another gig on another team. But this is just wild to me. Like I still can't wrap my head around the fact that Taysom Hill, is he still going to cover punts?
I can wrap my head around it, and I'm sorry to our producer, Demetrius, I didn't ask for this. But now I think back to something I saw Jameis doing recently. Eating W's. Yeah, when a guy's still doing that, he can't be your starting quarterback, dog. He can't be your starting quarterback. I told you. Didn't I tell you? When I like, he's still doing that?
He is still doing that. And Jalen, you are watching ESPN if you're watching Jalen and Jacoby, but from time to time we turn into the Cardinals News Network. We picked the Cardinals as our collective team early on in the season, and Kyler Murray has not let us down, but last night they ran up against a Seattle Seahawks team that played good defense, didn't turn the ball over, and the result was a non-traditional way to get to 28-21. Jalen, what did you think about Russell Wilson yesterday taking care of the ball?
That was the key, Jacoby. He wasn't playing quote-unquote hero ball. We broke it down over the last couple of weeks how he would break the pocket, had opportunities to run, and then throw an interception in the end zone? That ain't Russell Wilson. Fumble the ball once he getting hit? That ain't Russell Wilson. Getting sacked? And so they did a better job of protecting him, but like I keep saying each week, The balance of the Seattle Seahawks is what makes their offense really invaluable. And having a running game in particular with Hyde and Scarborough yesterday was key. They had multiple 10-plus yard runs. They kept the Cardinals defense on its heels, and then all of a sudden Russ can do timely passing in order to pick them apart. And he also had another opportunity to get a touchdown pass to Metcalf that he dropped it late in the back of the end zone that it hit him in the helmet, in the face mask.
Right in the face.
And so he did a terrific job of taking care of the football and playing mistake-free.
He did. And another thing that they did is Dunlap really did a good job at getting at Kyler Murray, and their defense was very disciplined and not letting Murray get off those runs. Murray has been running for touchdowns, running for at least 60 yards in every game. He only had 15 rushing yards in this one. I thought they did a really good job of containing Kyler Murray, who's been so electric this season. So that was the game from last night. We have some great games coming up this week, and one of the ones that I have my eye on, the Chiefs against the Raiders. You and I both think that the Chiefs are head and shoulders above the rest of the league. They are by far head and shoulders above everybody else in the league, but they do have one blemish on their record, and that is to these Raiders. The one interception that Mahomes has thrown was to these Raiders. Do you think the Raiders can pull off the upset in Vegas at night?
You love Patrick Mahomes so much. You really mad that he threw that one interception. You just can't believe that he threw one interception. It's like you're holding it against the Raiders because they're the team that had the nerve to pick off Patrick Mahomes and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And yes, I agree with you. The defending world champions are getting Sammy Watkins back, another deep threat. You know how much I love the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, and Kelsey, and all of the weapons that they have. And Eric B is president, and Andy Reid, and all of that. But we need to put some respect on the Raiders' name. They did a terrific job of building their football team, Jacoby. Derek Carr has been really well throwing the deep ball. Josh Jacobs, in his second year, continues to run the ball. Their tight end Waller has been a game changer. They got the deep threats on the outside. Like, the Raiders are legit. The Raiders are legit. I just want to make sure that people should not be surprised that they won the previous game. How about they had 4 plays of 40-plus yards against the Kansas City Chiefs in the previous game? Aguilar was getting out there also. So for the Chiefs, their best defense can't be a dominant offense. Their defense still going to have to be stout this week against the Raiders.
Well, it seems like half of the AFC is 6-3 like the Raiders, and another 6-3 AFC team might be a little surprising for a lot of people. The Indianapolis Colts. We always talk about quarterbacks and Phillip Rivers. Well, the Colts are doing it with their defense. I'd say that this is the most underrated defense in the league. Look at their NFL ranks. Yards per game, absolutely first. Opponents QBR, first. Second yards per play, fourth in points per game, and I'm predicting that this no-name Colts defense is going to stop Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in Indianapolis Sunday afternoon. Remember where you heard it first. The Colts are going to beat the Packers in this game.
Jacoby, look down at your phone. You might get an email. You mean that Jalen and Jacoby are doing smart football and multimedia conversations, and we're not only discussing the Cowboys or the Lakers? You actually broke down how good the Colts defense has been all year? Has that been said? Has that been said? That the Indianapolis Colts have been terrific defensively?
Well, they're going to be tested against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and I think that they will stand up to that test. And you'll see, remember on Monday, after this upset, the rest of the sports media landscape will catch up to us on this one. We have a lot more games in the NFL weekend to look at.